What's happening?
Okay. So, cut me off mid rant, but I think Ashley was saying the quiet thing out loud, and I think she was making an example of herself and saying, even I am going to struggle. I don't know if I'm going to be able to win because these people are so much more physically fit than I am. And I think that is more of a realistic view than Anissa's wildly delusional view that she's going to be able to beat someone like even Sydney, even though I'm not a huge fan of hers, she's going to be a powerhouse if she decides to stick on with the challenge. And she's probably going to kill everybody. And her ego is going to be worse than Laurel's. But it is what it is.
I don't even, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even pay her no attention, not even on social media, but it might. So, with that said, CT Tay, he,
And mind you, real quick, Ashley was wrong. She shouldn't have done it. And from what I've heard, that is not the entirety of their conversation. And Ashley has continuously done low blows, which she should never have done.
right,
So, at the end of the day, the whole conversation was not aired. The whole argument was not aired. Ashley was wrong, but at the end of the day, I think she was saying the quiet thing loudly, and
oh, so,
sometimes that's not faced with the best impression.
right. So, with that
Anyway,
said,
moving on.
the
Elimination time.
elimination times. You got Theo and what's her name?
Adrian,
Adrian at
or
versus
we'll call her A and Theo.
Adrian and Theo versus CT and Taylor. That was interesting. This aiming thing where they had to shoot the balls and hit the target. That was interesting. It was actually closer than it looked. I felt this actually elimination came down to the wire. It came down to like one or two that CT and Tay did not get. If early on, if they figured it out early on, they might have tied that thing and they would have probably went into a sudden death. But with what's his name, Theo and um,
Adrian A.
Adrian, they actually had the extra balls to complete the elimination and got them by 1 point. And I gotta say, it was a pound for pound fight. In the beginning, it looked like Theo and them was gonna walk off with it. No, and here comes CT and Tay. They was figured it out finally, and by the time they figured it out, they ran out of balls, and they had to wait until Theo and A complete the elimination, and they won by one. That's how they found out. I felt that this was actually a good elimination. We saw it on both ends. It was close. I mean, it was a very close game. What did you think of the elimination? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What did you think? Was
I
you
I it didn't feel like a nail biter to me.
oh, okay.
I just felt like it was very slow to me, and maybe it's just because I'm used to like physicals and aggression and stuff like this. This is very one of those very similar to the way Olivia's was just running up and down a treadmill. It was like, okay, woo. But with this whole situation, honestly, I think CT was checked out in the beginning of it because I think CT might be in a mind state because the way he's walking around, he's not walking around like his normal CT. Even a bit like even his elder statesman CT that he's been the last few seasons, he seems very down. He seems very out. I don't he's his energy seems low. I don't know if that's just me. But something about very similar to the way Kara it was coming off very like her energy level was here when we're used to her energy level was a 2 when we're used to seeing a 10. And CT, I think, was like a 3 or a 4. I think that he picked it up towards the end because he didn't want to be blamed for another person going home for not putting his 100% effort into it. Um, I think he and Tay also don't have a working relationship unlike Theo and his partner, who were able to communicate a lot clearer. And I think that I don't know if maybe they click better or they click faster, or if they know each other, because you never know. People from that side of the pond who do reality shows are very kind of familiar with each other, versus people here where it's a little bit more spaced. You really don't see Big Brother and Survivor hanging out. You don't see the challenge hanging out with them either. So I think that's spaced out versus when you're overseas, it seems like they all kind of intermingle. So yeah, I don't know. It felt very low. Um, I wasn't biting my nails. I wasn't like stressed. I kind of felt like they were gonna run away with it. But they put up a good fight. And they tried. That thing where Bart is throwing out the cake that says, "You tried." Like that's how I felt this whole
Oh,
elimination was. It was very like
it's so fun. You so funny.
I gave it 95% effort. It was not what the Deadpool say. It's not maximum effort. It's just effort.
Effort, 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 effort. Get you nowhere but a trip back to the U.S. So, CT and Tay, bye bye for now. Theo and what's her name? Andrine back in the house.
Adrienne, it's
Andrine,
Citrine, whatever her name
Citrine, whatever,
is.
back in the house. So, with that said, that is a wrap for this episode. This next episode, oh my God, the most idiot person I have ever seen probably play this challenge is Gabe. I mean, did he not warrant himself? And I'm like, I don't understand. You don't trust your partner. You only went as far as you could have taken your team because you didn't trust your partner at all. This
Well,
brother
let's
here,
talk about the daily first.
before we get to the daily, let me finish saying this about Gabe because I witnessed him, especially coming up with this daily. I can't even this. I mean, he's just popcorn muscles. I mean, this brother did not have no sense whatsoever. The daily, I really actually enjoyed this daily. This was actually an
I did too.
interesting daily. I really liked it. They had to carry some heavy stuff. Um, I got to give them all they props, for carrying that stuff because I know how hard it is. Because it ain't as easy as it looks. But with them carrying it, and then when it came down to Janae and Gabe, and then you had Aviv and what's his name, the pretty
Jeremy.
boy, Jeremy.
Tarzan.
I was like, how is this gonna go? I thought Tarzan and them was gonna win, honestly, because Gabe Big Self, I didn't think he was gonna pull off of it. He was too big. He damn near was touching the water with the pole. And then he made her run and go get what is it? Another object. I'm like, dog, really? You just gonna let the woman run and say, well, I ran it the last time. I thought he was wrong for that one, in my opinion. He could have took his little happy ass and got the thing, brought it back, and let her finish it. Had the confidence in her partner. He didn't even have that. So she comes back. They put the rubber band on. He goes out there. He got it. So they didn't take last place. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, dude, but you made her run back and get that whole thing turned me off. What did you think about that? Talk, because I'm still peed old about that. Yeah.
I know that he definitely doesn't trust her. Um, and I think that has a lot to do with people in his ear, talking, and when he should have been talking to her. And, she did approach him and say, "Hey, maybe we should have a conversation." And he's like, "About what?" Well, about our team, about our dynamic, about how we're going to get to know each other. You obviously can tell he's a solo artist. He does not know how to, and maybe that's the wrestling thing. I don't know anything about his wrestling career.
Me
Um,
neither.
but it seems very, you know, I'm a solo person that didn't get over and I'm mad about it kind of situation. Um, and if you know, you know, that's wrestling terminology. He did not get over with the fans. But with the whole situation of him resending her, I think they were required to go like it wasn't a situation where he could choose to go pick up the thing. Because you think that Jeremy would have sent fucking Aviv to go get another rubber band if he could have done it?
That's true.
So I think that she was so tired that she didn't realize that he had been the last one to run and get something. So I think that's where her mind was.
Mm.
Um, the whole thing, like watching them was very grating, and they did not work well together. And I honestly think that's more on his part than on hers. I think she did put a lot of effort into it. You could see she was trying, and he was resisting it.
Right.
He didn't want to be partnered with her,
Right.
and he is just not being cooperative.
Right.
When it comes to the other teams, I just found it super comical. Jeremy and Aviv were cracking me up. Aviv's little self, she's like 4'5" or like 4'9" or some shit like that.
Mhm.
Um, Carrying a barrel that's almost her height. And of course, she would pick a barrel that had sand in it.
I gotta give her props on that because I'm sorry, that's very impressive.
Listen,
Very
I
impressive.
think the fact that she did it and the fact that she didn't give up and she didn't complain, she was only looking at herself like, wow, I'm a dumbass. But she didn't walk around saying, I can't lift it. Like, she literally put the pedal to the metal and was like, I'm gonna get this done. And Jeremy was a good partner where he was just laughing about it. He's like, didn't I tell you to get a freaking stop, you
Right.
weirdo.
But I
But
give her props on that.
no,
That's very
she tanked
commendable.
it.
But
A lot of
I mean
girls
like
did.
yeah, because
A
I'm
lot
like
of girls
man,
did. Because you see
the-
people like Sydney who went for a fucking wood versus that, and you would think that her big ass would be able to
mm,
lift one of those barrels. You see Nani, who we all know is a freaking, cinnamon stick. She's
mm.
fucking teeny tiny.
Oh, I
Um,
love that. 90. Phew, that girl was
Lifting
lit. She
it her
said,
over her
I
head
got
like
this. She said, I got this. I said, I got it. That's what I'm talking
she's
about. That's what
like,
I
well,
like to
she
see.
almost broke her neck, but
I almost wanted to teleport in her in their name. I wanted to teleport in the show and say, hey, let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
a lot of girls really did the deed where they were like, you know what? We need two rubber bands. We're gonna fucking, I'm gonna do if I have to and get this barrel over. They didn't depend on the boys, and I gotta say, very proud of the ladies for stepping up and not allowing it to be where the boys
Right,
carried them.
right.
Um, the proverbial her. So watching that, seeing people like Nani, who's like, he's a former cheerleader, I'm a former cheerleader, we have good balance, and to see Nani eat shit because she could not balance was quite comical. To see Adrienne or Adrienne, or I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce her name, I apologize. Because I don't think it's Adrienne. I think I think I don't think it's that, but I apologize if that's what it is. But anyway, she's thick thighs save lives.
It's Adrian.
It's
Adrian.
Adrian, but
Adrian.
she's very thick thighs save lives.
That's a, hey, that's the word on the street. Yeah.
She's a thickums.
Thickums, yeah.
She's
Sexy
thickums.
thickums, yes,
Like
thickums.
I literally want to grab and just squeeze, which is just
Thickums.
horribly inappropriate, but I just definitely want to squeeze them thighs because
Right.
girl,
You so
and how
silly.
she managed to do that. Seeing Theo be like, okay, she can't do it, but I'm like 6'7" and I'm going to give it a shot, as if like that, and seeing him eat shit. So watching it is so funny. I give it up for the boys who managed to get it done because obviously their center of gravity is very different from a female. We
Hmm.
obviously have better balance in a lot of ways. Um, so it's actually quite it's endearing in my mindset that some of the boys were able to do it
Right.
and get it done. It would have been hilarious to see CT try and do this.
Yeah.
He would have broken the rubber bands.
I'd have
Um,
been laughing hard.
And mind you, watching Gabe do it, I was cracking because I was like, those rubber bands are gonna pop off, and he's like, and rip, and he's gonna end up in the water.
He damn near was touching the water. I said, "Damn, dog, what the hell?"
I can't, like he's heavy as shit. He's very
Hmm.
top heavy too. It's
Yeah,
like he doesn't have a lot of leg, but he certainly has a lot of ooh.
right.
Um, so I give him thing. He was very ballerina, and he got it done. Where someone like, unfortunately, John A was not able to get it completed. I do not agree with with his thing about how he's carrying the team.
Right.
The fuck?
I didn't agree with that neither. I thought you
You
laid
got
it
like
down.
no answers right, your big dumbass,
Right.
chomping on that fucking Stairmaster last time,
Right.
where she at least got some answers right, but she was disqualified on some bullshit.
Yeah, that
Like,
was BS though.
the whole
Yeah.
thing was bogus. But like him claiming he's carrying the team really pissed me off. Number one, you got second to last place. Why you're carrying a team that got second to last?
Right.
That's what you're proud of? Oh yeah, I got this. And mind you, she's being encouraging. She can tell she's very momming. You
Yeah,
know, she's
she was trying and he was closed out completely. So it was all on him whether the team was gonna work or not. So and he
the
proved it
amount of
this
eye rolls he did
episode.
when she was talking was annoying the shit out of
Yeah,
me.
and I'm just like, dude, I'm thinking in my head, dude, do you realize you in the game right now for money, like real money? This ain't no play money. This ain't Monopoly, okay? This is real money, and you are treating this like shit, like literally, and it showed. I mean, simple as that.
You don't have to like your partner. And I
No,
think
you don't.
we've learned this over and over
Yeah, it's
throughout the
money.
seasons
Yeah,
that even some of the biggest rivals, people who have, you know, slept with each other's significant others, like Kenny and Wes, amazing partners together, still can't stand to be in the same room with each other.
right.
Like, let's fucking Adam, who literally almost got his head caved in by CT,
Hmm.
managed to still work with him and almost get to a final, even though I
Right.
totally think he threw that shit. And I
Yeah.
think even CT says he thinks he threw that shit. You
Yeah, I
know,
remember that. Yeah.
like
That
there are
was a good
people
season
that
though. Rivals was off the chain. Yeah.
Laurel and Cara Maria, who've had
Right.
nonstop arguments and were able
Second
to work
place.
it
Yeah.
out.
Rivals. Right.
Like it's just there are so many people who have
But
complete disdain and are
yeah, but
disgusted with these.
this new generation for some reason is
They're
strange.
soft.
Yeah, they definitely soft. We number one, you right on that. They definitely soft because I'm seeing it from little, pre-K to moving up. And I said, yeah, this is a soft generation. As I said, y'all can't survive
Listen,
what they did in the '90s. I'm telling you.
well, I mean, I think I agree. Some of the things in the 90s was inappropriate. And a lot of things that we let slide shouldn't have happened. The Tanya situations,
Oh
the
yeah,
straight
that
out
was
bullying that
yeah.
happened in the past, the way just like the way they treated Kellyanne,
Oh
like
yeah,
let's call it what it
that was
is.
that was crazy.
There's a lot of nasty and disgusting things that people have done. And
The island showed that. You saw everybody real personalities when that happened. I said, oh, okay, this person on that level. Okay.
And the challenge has shown the worst of people's personalities.
Oh yeah.
Like, I see a lot of really nastiness from
But
people
that
that
when you
that
got
are
money on
not
the line, that like yeah, that you gonna see
that's
that.
the thing. You're tired, you're stressed, you're in pain. There's a lot going on that it's not just a situation where, I'm grumpy. It's literally like 100 different things converging into one. So yes, you become your worst self. And
Mhm.
but John A has not done anything to any of these people, and they're treating her like a serial killer. Like they're
Yeah.
treating her like she kicked somebody's puppy and enjoyed it. Like I don't
Mhm.
I like why are y'all trying to kill her? Like it's just
Right.
it boggles my mind that these people are number one so fucking sensitive about everything, yet are so fucking into bullying and being like, "Oh, John A's useless." Duh, 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 duh. Like I just can't. But anyway, So who won this? It was who won?
Oh, Dirk and D.
Now that was a dark horse that I didn't think was going to happen.
Yeah,
Because
they
let's
did their thing, and D got on that balancing thing, and I mean she got it, and it was like boom, that's it, game over. And I was like first place. I said, oh snap, my boy won. I said my boy won, my boy Dirk won. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, let's
So
be honest. That was all D. Like that was
yeah,
all D.
yeah,
That was
D,
not
yeah.
Derek who carried that
That's a
team.
hey, that's they both they
Listen,
teammates, so
a
teammates.
win is a win is a win is a
It's a
win.
win. It's a
It is what
win.
it is. It's in the
Stop
books
hating.
as
Yeah.
him winning a daily. But
Just stop hating.
but
Stop
I'm gonna
hating.
call a spade a spade.
Stop hating. I said
Derek
stop
is
hating.
kind of a he's a
Stop hating.
workhorse.
Stop
He's a
hating.
workhorse and that's what he is. But
Stop
anyway, I'm
hating.
not hating, I'm honest. You can call it hating, I'm calling being honest and truthful about it. And you know I'm not lying. Because I've always given Derek his flowers. But he is not a top tier competitor. He is a workhorse. He is a low man on the totem pole who helps the gears grind. Let's just be honest. But at the end of the day,
I don't agree with that,
uh,
sister.
at the end of the day, that's my
Uh,
opinion.
That's your
Hate me,
opinion.
love me, I don't give a fuck.
I hate you, but
He's
yeah.
low tier. It is what it is.
Nah, I don't
He's
agree with
low to
that.
mid tier. He ain't no elite player.
I don't
He would
agree
not
with
win on
that.
his own. That motherfucker can't do a puzzle to
I
save his
don't.
life.
I
But
don't agree with
anyway,
that.
he can't do a puzzle to save
I
his
don't agree
life.
with that.
He
Moving
can
on. Moving
really,
on. Moving on. I
really.
don't agree
Let's
with
pull
that.
out his history of puzzles and tell me what
We
he
not
actually
talking about
won.
that. Let's stay on track, and we can argue that later on another day. Let's go, because it's time.
Anyway, watching that, so I'm very happy for them. But let's be honest, D carried that whole thing. But anyway, moving forward, and obviously Jeremy, we found something Jeremy's not good at. So I'm kind of excited for that. This is the one thing he flopped. This man has not flopped shit the entire season. It's finally nice to see him,
That's
be a
true.
little humbled.
Yeah, but I mean, he got to face the elimination. So I mean, I don't think it's gonna be no problem depending on who he go against. We already know who he goes against. He goes against John Nate and what's his name,
Gabe.
Gabe, because Gabe decided he wanted to play the card and say, I want to do the what was it called? Because my mind went blank when I start talking about
He wanted to stake a claim. Now here's the
stake a
situation.
claim.
Now here's the situation that boggles my mind. Janae went to Gabe
That-
with information that she was provided.
And
And she
then
said, I need to speak to my partner because me and him need to be on the same page. And she
right,
approached it respectfully,
right,
and she approached it in the way that every team has ever approached a conversation. This
right,
is what I heard. What do you think about it? And where do you want to go? And he did not want to listen to her. He
at
didn't want to have
all,
a conversation with her.
at all,
He ran off
at all.
and fucking snitched like a
Yes.
fucking bitch. And
And I'm
here's the
just
thing.
like, dude,
And
I'm just like, dude. I'm like,
he's over
dude.
here talking about John Day is over here talking to people and making all this ruckus. No, motherfucker, you made ruckus because you decided to run off and tell people what you heard from Janae, who's your freaking partner. Why are
Right,
you acting like she's just somebody trying to get into your mind and manipulate you?
right. And then she was trying to get them to not get them sent in. And then when he staked the claim, Theo did a marvelous job by getting in his head. And it's like, I'm just going to put it out there. And so I was like, Theo, you the man, because he manipulated you like a mother sucker. So,
Well,
Gabe
he's the
got,
one that put the bug in Janae's
yeah.
ear,
And,
and
and
then
the
Janae
thing,
went to her partner,
yeah, and
and
then
now
Gabe could have said, I don't want to talk to you, Theo. I don't care. This is gameplay. I don't care about no gameplay. I'm trying to make my own decision. I don't want to hear about no bug. That's what he could have said. But
what
his
he
weak
should have
ass
said is, I
listen.
don't agree to do this. I don't want to put that through. That's it. He could have been an adult about it, but
Right.
he
He
acted
made
like a
his
fucking
adult.
child.
He made his adult decision and he had to live with it and he cost his team another shot at making money.
the sheer fact that everybody was like, "What are you doing?" He was like, and he was so bold in it. Like
But
he literally,
he wanted to take it into his own hands. That's all he wanted to do, and
if
he
he
ended
wanted
up.
to take it in his own hands, he should have said, "I want to go into elimination."
He did. I mean, he did take it in his own hands because if he won, he wouldn't have went in. So since he lost, he had to go in. So he did take it into his own hands because he ended up going to the elimination. Granted, he did okay in elimination, but I knew it was over when he fell down, and I said, "Yeah, that's a wrap. That's it. He ain't
Well,
winning because Jeremy was already ahead of him." But I said they were almost neck
well,
and neck.
let's talk about the challenge that they had between him and
What I
the
didn't like about
cheerleader.
that, they didn't show the whole thing. I didn't like how they did that.
They
That's
did.
what I didn't like.
They
No, they
did.
remember they cut off and then they showed
They showed the puzzle. They showed him
they showed
completing
the
the
puzzle,
puzzle.
but they didn't show who won though.
Yeah, they
From what I
did.
remember. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
they
have to go
did.
back. I'll have to go back and look because I didn't think they showed it because it cut
Oh, they
right
showed
to
it.
they
They
it
showed
cut
it.
right to what's like let's see who won and I was like who won? I said I didn't even see who won so I must have missed something so I'm gonna have to go
You
back and look.
definitely missed it because that did happen where he's like, okay, let's see who won. And
Yeah,
then
when he came
what
out,
was his name? What is his
when
name?
I forgot his name.
The
But when
cheerleader guy.
the cheerleader guy, when
I
he
don't know, but
came
anyway,
out, I
he
was like,
came
okay,
out.
he won.
Let me
You
finish. He came, I'm telling you where it showed it. He came out, and as he was walking out, everybody was cheering, "Yay!" It cut off to the flashback of him finishing the puzzle, and he was like, "Boom, fuck you." And he started running down the hill. He's like, "This was some bullshit." And you see Gabe still working on his puzzle.
hmm
It showed in the flashback. I know this for a fact. I watched it twice. I just finished watching it actually before I got on the podcast. So they definitely showed it. You missed it. But yes, they did show he won, and they did show how he won. What I was going to talk about was a whole conversation of him running up the hill, talking about how when the guy he was running with, and I'm so sorry I forgot his name, Nani's partner, um, was like, Nani's not going to work with you even if you do win. Nani's not going to want anything to do with you.
Okay, I do remember that now. Okay.
See, I know what I'm talking about, acting like I don't know. But anyway, but yeah, so what do you think about that conversation? And do you think that Nani would have worked with him
No, I
had
don't
he
think she
won?
would have. I don't think she would have because she didn't know nothing about him. So I don't think because I think he put himself. First off, why you gonna choose him? I wouldn't have chose Nani. I'm sorry. I'm not choosing Nani. Love Nani, but I'm not choosing her. I would have went with a different woman. Okay, number one. That's number one.
Aviv or Olivia?
I would have went with Olivia. Okay, so I'm like, dude, you chose, but he figured that if it was physical, he gonna beat him. Okay, and see that's what you can't do because I learned that the hard way when I was in Arizona. Cause I took the first penalty and I said I'm never doing the penalty again. No, yeah, it was a penalty. I said I'm not doing no penalty no more. I did two penalties out of the whole race. It was I think it was 25 obstacles or whatnot. I only didn't do two. I said I'm never doing no penalty again. I completed everything off of that because the penalty was worse than the actual obstacle. So when he did that, I said, "Damn, they straight got to run a mile up in here." I said, "Yeah, he messed up." I knew he messed up when I saw what the race was. I said, "Yeah, he messed up." I said, I didn't think he was gonna win that when I saw the beginning of the choice he made." So I
I
always
had a feeling
remember.
he'd win the foot race because Gabe
Mm,
is faster. And
yeah,
he has run up that hill before and beat dude by quite a significant amount. I
yeah,
knew
but
where he
not
was
that.
gonna
That's
struggle. Well, no, well that's the thing. Like they stayed pretty head to head, and they both arrived at the puzzle at the same
right.
time.
Yeah,
Which,
that's
if I
true.
were Gabe, I would have. There would have been no conversation. I would have been like deuces, and I would have ran because there's something else at the end of that tunnel. You
Right,
know that it's not just a run.
right.
So I would have booked it like a motherfucker to give myself extra time for whatever we're gonna face at the end.
Right.
And if he had done that, he might have had more time and possibly would have finished his puzzle. But let's be honest, by the time, oh God, his name, I cannot remember his name. Um, by the time Cheer Guy uh
Mm.
finished his puzzle and was all the way down, Gabe was still working on his puzzle.
Right.
So he would have needed a hell of a head start. Because those
Right.
cute puzzles are easy but hard at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
So,
they are.
but I knew that he was gonna that Gabe was done the minute they got to the puzzle at the same time.
Yeah, I did too. So, but in the end, it was interesting, but they ended up going into elimination. And I knew he was done in elimination for sure. After he fell down towards
He's
the
too
end there,
big.
and I was just like, "Yeah, it's over with. Bye bye." I said, "Bye bye." So,
He
the
he
right
he
people won.
obviously the funny thing is he just doesn't have good endurance. Because for all the shit he talked about John A managed to get all those polls down within the same amount of time as Aviv. And
Mm,
everybody says Aviv, and I think this was a conversation that even one of the people had. Like Aviv is one of the top tier girls, one of the ones that everybody wants.
right,
And she was going at the same pace as Janae.
right,
And you're over here talking shit about Janae when she's keeping pace and you're too slow.
right.
Out of all people to go into elimination with, you went against Jeremy? Are you high?
Yeah, he was
Like, what the
high.
fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, he
Like,
was
I don't
definitely
think
high.
that I think that the stake of the claim was a smart thing to do. Him and John A weren't cooperating. He didn't want to cooperate with her. He didn't want to listen to
Right.
her.
And it made sense to do it. So he did right by it, but it ended up costing him another shot at the money.
He shouldn't have done it that soon.
Right.
He knew that there was still a lot of people there. There was still going to be plenty of eliminations that still come up. He should have waited maybe one or two more dailies to see if him and John A can get on the same page and then stake a claim. Or prove to the other people that he was worth staking a claim on. And like if he, because nobody wanted to work with him. Not a single female was like, pick me. Every single girl was
Right. Hiding. Yeah. You're right.
like him and
So,
Janae are on the same level. Him walking around acting like he was better than her, but every single person didn't want to work with Janae, and every single person didn't want to work with him.
right.
So that should have
So,
bonded them together. Because let's call a spade, motherfucker. You are nothing special.
that's right.
Um,
That's right.
but he literally was too slow. He checked out. He knew
Yeah.
he wasn't going to be able to beat Jeremy. He's a big guy trying to climb a wall.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was just going too slow. I just knew
Yeah.
he wasn't going to make it.
Yeah.
Jeremy was flying.
Oh yeah, he was flying through it, and that's why I say yeah, he threw. So with that, I mean, I was like, well, it's over with. So
I mean, did you find it entertaining or did you just find it kind of boring?
no, I found it entertaining. I thought it was close in the beginning, but after he fell off, I said, "Yeah, it's over." I said when he fell off because he didn't have no wiggle room to make a mistake. So once he made that mistake, I said, "Yeah, it's over." So and I got to give him his props. He stayed with it, and then it was it. That was it. So
My question
uh,
is were they
yeah.
only allowed to grab one pole at a time?
Yeah, I think so. Because I mean, because I mean, you wouldn't been able to carry two, especially with the weight, not unless you put
Oh,
one
I would have
brand.
fucking tucked my shirt into my
Yeah, and
pants
that's what I
and
was
I would have been
thinking.
like,
Yeah, but I don't think. Yeah, you only had one at a time. So, and Jeremy was just the better guy. He didn't make no mistakes, and your boy
he's
Gabe made mistakes. So that was it. So
he's small, he's agile and has amazing stamina.
yeah. So
So, and his what is his nickname? Fucking Tarzan.
Tarzan,
Do you think
and
that
with
man is
right, and with that said, we have. I can't wait for the rest of the season because I'm excited. So we're gonna be on time. So we should be back on time this time. Our schedule has hopefully life won't keep on hitting us in different directions. But with
stupid
that
weather
said,
changes?
right, and I'm glad I'm back though because my voice last week was a shot. You can reach me at for the love of the challenge on everything. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm Robert Lee Jr. So with that said,
Oh,
Becky, what you got?
we never talked about Nani and Anissa fight, so I'm gonna wait until the next episode to
Yes,
discuss
we're gonna
that.
do that next episode because we
But
got to get into that. That's a good
I know
conversation.
we've already this is a long episode as it is.
Yeah.
And I talk too much as it is. So you can find me at Giftmaster Bex, Instagram and X, Twitter, whatever you guys want to call it back. It to me it's Twitter forever.
Right.
But yeah.
With that said, we'll catch you next time. Peace.